In 1928, the French archaeologist Golubev came to study these stones and presented his findings in many scientific forums in Europe. Many scientists have so far come and tried to study the meaning of these geometric paintings on the stones, but none of them really understand. Instead, they make guesses. The designs are a kind of pictographic writing with many deep meanings. The age and the authors of these stone carvings remain unknown. It is a mystery that arouses the curiosity of tourists. We try to be an explorer in the field of ancient stones in Sapa. Obviously, these paintings describe terraced fields, the sun and the corn grinders, but put them all together on only one piece of stone, they become puzzling. Quitting the guessing game in vain, we realize that mysteries are made up of simple elements with an unexpected arrangement. Sapa, how abundant it is. A piece of mountain, a piece of the sky, a piece of nature, a piece of the earth. But all of these characteristics and the richness of the land, the sky, the people, and Sapa culture converge all into the 200-hectare Sapa township. At the end of the 19th century, the first French colonists named Sapa the Alps of the East. In the early 20th century, a voluntary organization named the Sapa Initiative Association, chaired by Mr. Go Leong, an architecture professor at the Indochina Art School, mapped out a plan to develop this tourist zone. At the beginning, only some wooden guest houses were erected, but by 1930, hundreds of villas and many hotels mushroomed in Sapa. Over time, many of these buildings, including luxury villas far away on the peaks of the hills, have not been able to remain intact. However, the moss of time cannot conceal the artistic talent of the architects and the workmen who carved their own features on the buildings in the mountains. There are unchanged buildings such as the stone church or villas in the center of the town. Time just increases their ancient beauty and gives us the impression of the longest lasting tourist zone. The height of the old buildings was considered carefully to harmonize with nature, so that when the clouds come down to town, even the campanile of the church, the highest peak of the town, only touches the sky and does not break through it. New buildings inherit the old traditions. Most hotels in Sapa are situated on a large area. Victoria Hotel is on the top of a hill and has the luxury of European style and the architectural features of the East. Balcony around the house brings the nature closer, while the rocks around the yard give us a cozy feeling and a private moment. Huang Lian Hotel was reconstructed from a house in the street. Walking along the corridor, we feel like we are closed in by walls. But when the windows are opened, we will have a private room which retains the fresh air and beauty of Sapa. Ham Zong Hotel and Trade Union Hotel are comprised of many small villas. Each room has a small balcony so that the visitors can see the typical beauty of Sapa. In recent years, more and more construction works have been carried out. So, Sapa has been expanded, but its urban architecture has been preserved from the time of the Sapa Initiative Association. The roads in Sapa lead you not only to the center of the town, but also to some tourist areas in the suburbs and connect the mountains with the streets. Hong Ho is the old name of Sapa, meaning red stream. Nowadays, the red stream has been blocked to create pools of water which turn out to be a beautiful sightseeing attraction for many tourists. Hong Ho is an illusion on a foggy morning. Hong Ho is pensive in the dusk. When the streets are lit up, the stream gathers the most sparkling light of Sapa. The cool water, the gentle sound of the springs, the light steps of humans all remind us of Tui Lake in Kunming City or the Thai Lake in Wuji City in China. At this time, the Love Festival is waiting to start. The Sapa Love Market is usually opened on Saturday night. Boys and girls from the villages go to the market as early as the afternoon, and when eyes meet, a date is made. Although waiting for the rain to stop or surrounded by many curious people, the dating continues. Hmong people select one corner of the street to perform the tradition of wife stealing. Single boys and girls, married men and women all can join in the game. Men want to show their talent in the Ken dance, which is very close to martial arts, while women have a chance to present their strong soprano voices, characteristic of the people in the high mountains. Certainly come back to this kingdom of clouds.